This video is for you if you're just learning about zodiac signs. Remember that your moon sign and rising sign also have an impact on you when you view any zodiac signs videos that feature your sun sign. Your rising zodiac sign reveals how other people perceive you, while your moon sign describes how you feel. Look up your birth chart if you want to learn more about your moon or rising sign. Leo, you are the second fire sign, the second fixed sign, and the fifth sign of the zodiac. Being confident, expressive, and creative, you are the first sign in the zodiac to value these qualities. Leo obtained the signs before them since it is the fifth sign in the zodiac, which starts with Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. Before I begin with Leo, allow me to briefly summarize the signs. Aries is the igniter that ignites the other zodiac signs, the only sign that radiates the confidence required to chase away the shadows is Aries. Taurus keeps life in full bloom and continues what Aries started. Taurus's self-assurance that it acquired from Aries has evolved into a confidence that is deeply based in reality and their own convictions. When Gemini enters the picture, it brings in duality. It lends Taurus's sense of reason and logic while also supporting Aries and giving it a purpose. Finally, even though Cancer is a sign that now understands duality, logic, and purpose, it will show you why emotions are equally as important as other aspects. That being said, let us return to Leo and discuss its contributions. Leo uses that logic, purpose, duality, and emotion to form an ego and an avenue of self-expression. As the only sign in the zodiac that will always naturally shine as brightly as the sun, Leos are regarded as the kings and queens of their realm and always expect attention. The sun is the main star in our solar system. It is not a planet. It is regarded as a celestial body of great significance in astrology, frequently linked to life, self-expression, personality, and the essence of an individual's identity. The source of light and energy that keeps life on Earth going is symbolized by the sun. The self, or one's identity within the world, is symbolized by the sun. It can stand for the greater self or soul mission as well as the ego on many levels. It rules Leo, and Leos are renowned for their innate charisma and self-assurance, which is a wonderful fit with the sun's relationship to one's sense of self and individuality. All things considered, the sun governs your will, pride, heart, resolve, health, vigor, sense of purpose, and drive for achieving future objectives. Your ego, or sun, controls your self-perception and self-worth. This planet also affects how other people see you. The sun is a fundamentally masculine element that also affects those significant men in your life, particularly the ones in positions of authority. Let's talk about egos and how powerful they are in the lives of Leos. Each sign of the zodiac uses their ego in a different way, but what sets a Leo apart from the rest is the urge to show off their ego to others. Everyone's sense of self and value are shaped by their ego, and this has the potential to affect how they behave and relate to other people. It can be viewed as a mediator between the self and the outside environment and include an individual's ideas, beliefs, attitudes, and values. This is something you'll see in a Leo very early in life because the creation of the ego develops in childhood. The ego can develop the capacity to regulate the impulses of the identity and learn to accept the demands of outside influence during this process. Your ego was created to protect the identity you gave yourself. In order to reach self-actualization and realize one's full potential, people may need to use their ego as a tool for self-expression and self-discovery. However, if you let it, your ego can also ruin you. This is the way narcissists come to be. Their egos have typically grown too big, which can lead to them worrying too much about their own welfare and feeling entitled to particular attention and acknowledgement. Leos must balance their ego and be fully conscious of it. Because Leos who continuously feed their ego to the point of exhaustion can easily turn into narcissists. Gaining knowledge about the ego can help you better understand the motivations, wants, anxieties, and inner workings of our thoughts. It will also improve your comprehension of your own mental processes and behavioral tendencies. Finally, having a better knowledge of the ego may help you resolve conflicts and communicate more effectively. People may be able to better appreciate one another's viewpoints, wants, and motives by developing a deeper and more meaningful grasp of each other's egos as well as their own. For a Leo, the most potent chakra is the crown chakra. Whether they be internal or external, pushing over barriers is linked to this chakra. The ties to the cosmos are strengthened, and the remaining chakras are activated by this elevated state of consciousness. Joy, insight, and bliss are induced by it. Leos can develop self-awareness and concentrate on their power chakra by using crown chakra affirmations. Achieving equilibrium in this chakra allows one to manage their ego and have a profound insight of themselves. Being a fire sign, Leos are more susceptible to egotism and impatience when their power chakra is out of harmony. It's time to discuss your element, fire. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius are the three zodiac signs associated with the fire element. It represents creativity, ardor, and boundless vitality. Fire is thought to have been the first element to form when the universe began to form. It was Aries who first introduced the all-about-me mentality. The defender is Leo, the second fire sign. As the sign ruling the heart, it extends love to other MEs in the zodiac and yearns for the warmth of commitment. It influences our creative outlets as well as the manner in which you express ourselves artistically. It also governs our offspring, whom we have bestowed upon the world. This sign of Sagittarius offers meaning to knowledge. It uses facts to form opinions. It is more than just gathering data. It enters the field of teaching and raises an intense light to stand by the threshold of becoming. Additionally, excessively passionate and enthusiastic are fire signs. They become very energetic and competitive as a result. However, it can also lead to irritability and a short fuse. Channeling this aspect allows one to access their inner child. Confidence can also come from fire. This is what distinguishes a Leo from the other fire signs. Leo and its ruling star have been connected to the lion since prehistoric times. The lion's ancient qualities include power, strength, courage, dignity, and a great heart. The mane radiates outward like the sun's bright beams. Understanding that Leos are connected to the vast heart of both our star and themselves. The power of an open heart is what Leo possesses, the greatest power in the universe. The divine spark at the center of our solar system is carried by the sun, the ruler of Leo. It's that spark that drives everything in your life. Your cosmic DNA includes the information it holds. You are a unique, once-in-a-lifetime miracle who possesses the whole force of the mystery. The heart is the ultimate mentoring organ because of its emotional intelligence and capacity to improve cognitive performance. The mystery is the wellspring of intelligence, and the heart is its home. This brilliance is entwined with bravery and inventiveness. These characteristics are essential to the hero archetype, which has long been associated with Leo. Every morning, much like the sun, we are reborn, emerging from the dream world to embark on the adventures that lie ahead of us. Let's talk about Leo's position as a fixed sign. Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio are the three signs that make up the fixed modality. Fixed signs indicate diving deeper and pursuing the full fruition of what has already begun, because they appear as the season progresses. They may take the lead, but when they can commit fully to a project over time, that's when their real talents shine through. The fixed signs are remarkably resilient and frequently serve as role models for productivity when working alone. While they take pleasure in their high points, they appear to be most content with themselves when they are fully engaged in a long-term, useful, and difficult endeavor. When it comes to getting things done, fixed signs are incredible. They frequently experience success in anything they set their minds to as a result. They may have a sense of emptiness and question if this is what they truly want to be doing. They are most potent when they are aware that they are on a course that aligns with their deeper soul calling. On their bad days, they may be obstinate, irrational, and irritable. This sign will grab hold of a concept and pull it down until it is conveyed in the way that Leo thinks is most effective. Leo will always demonstrate his or her supreme dominance, whether it be imagined or actual. One incredibly appealing trait supports their efforts: self-confidence. In my previous video on Cancer, I said something along these lines. Just thinking about your sun sign, Leo, may trigger memories of yourself as a young kid or young adult. Although you lack some of the characteristics of the other zodiac signs, you are still capable of exercising self-expression and authority. Understanding the other signs of the zodiac is advantageous for each sign. The only symbol that can truly declare that you are the queen or king of your universe, and everyone who steps into it, is you. You want to learn more about the zodiac sign that is beyond your own. Leos should do some research on Virgo. Each sign ultimately benefits from and learns from the others. Let's travel back in time to Leo's childhood. Leo children are typically kind and hospitable. They exude positivity and are bursting with energy. They typically have a positive attitude toward life and enjoy every second of it. It's very possible that they are afraid or even vulnerable on the inside, despite their outward appearance of toughness and confidence. They have a hint of conceit that hasn't quite grown. They appear self-assured, yet if you mistreat them, it may cause them great pain. In severe circumstances, it might potentially ruin their sense of self. Leo children will start dressing up, glancing in the mirror, and trying to attract everyone's attention around them at an early age. Even if there is a hidden agenda, they typically succeed because after receiving enough recognition and gratitude, they will strive harder to attract more attention. Another reason Leos have outstanding leadership qualities is because they have confidence and skill from an early age. Loyalty and honesty are traits associated with Leo children. Even if it gets them into trouble, they will not lie. Parents or guardians should commend their Leo child for being honest, since it will encourage them to be truthful in the future. Firm morals are another characteristic of Leo children. It is more significant to commend Leo children for their morality and honesty than for their good appearance or sense of style. If not, their attention will be more focused on their appearance than their behavior as they get older. Parents or guardians, you might need to consider how you discipline your Leo child. Anger or cruel remarks might undermine a Leo child's self-esteem. Leo children then find it challenging to go back on track. Thus, keep your cool and reprimand or train your child appropriately. Every Leo child is always looking for recognition and praise. Leo kids will do their hardest to extract a few compliments from anyone, be it their parents, teachers, friends, or even house guests. They are not bashful and will gladly execute a children's song or dance in order to receive a few applause from the audience. They also make excellent parents. Like themselves, they want the best for their kids, to savor every second and seize every chance that comes their way. Because Leos are such self-assured individuals, they want their children to reflect this confidence. They will see to it that their children have the nicest outfits in the room and won't object if they flaunt a little. Leos will let their children play for extended periods of time and enjoy themselves thoroughly. They recognize the need for adequate freedom and are less controlling than other parents of different signs. They also know the value of freedom and provide ample for their children because they were never raised in cages or on shelves. It is quite unhealthy for a Leo parent to neglect their social life since they are so preoccupied with their children. At the same time, because they are spoilt, their children may become overly demanding. If this is a problem for you as a Leo parent, you can arrange play dates for your children. It will help your child develop their social and communication skills and allow you more time to be with your friends. Leo children are highly spirited, so their parents should figure out how to direct all of that energy in the proper directions. Let's now discuss rejection and how important it is for Leos to realize that rejection is a serious situation. When they are rejected, they will likewise experience disappointment. This is not the mentality that Leo children, teens, or adults should have. Because their ego prevents them from accepting rejection, they turn the situation around and act as though they were the ones who were never interested in the first place. They tell themselves that they weren't even all that fond of this individual or place, angry, dejected, and finally, determined to exact revenge on success, the first three acts of your pain, become a spectacle. Additionally, as fire signs, Leos can exhibit physical reactivity to rejection. Leo, when you're upset, it shows to the world and you become less confident. They frequently believe that in order to be respected and loved, they must be flawless. Instill in your Leo child the belief that perfection is unattainable and that it's acceptable to feel confident in your own skin. If they are not taught from an early age, people frequently exhaust themselves trying to fulfill every ambition, even at the expense of their inner calm, nourishment, and sleep. Most crucial, especially after they have erred, teach children these moral principles in private. They will feel wounded and possibly even have their pride pierced if you call out their error in public and attempt to make amends in front of other people. Leos must eventually realize that rejection is a form of protection. To get through life, Leos must be aware of their advantages and disadvantages. These are some things you should know about their strengths and weaknesses. People adore Leos, and they are loved by others. Their sunny and amiable disposition is frequently a reflection of the sun, their ruling planet. Their ardent devotion for family is one of Leo's greatest assets. Their unconditional affection for their family and friends fills their life with joy and peace. They are naturally concerned about the comfort of their friends and family. It is always a pleasure to be with them. Leos take great care to protect their close friends, family, and other valuable ties. Let's now discuss another excellent trait for Leos: their ability to engage with their friends. People are drawn to them because they are very trustworthy. On top of that, Leos appear brighter since they are courteous, friendly, and sensitive. Leos always make new friends feel welcome the moment they meet them. Don't take advantage of their generosity, though, since they'll strike fast and demand heartless revenge. Leos are quick to forgive and will give those who have wronged them another chance, regardless of how much or how deeply they have been hurt. They desire to keep the people in their lives, whether through marriage, friendships, casual encounters, or breakups. Yet, in order for them to forgive others, they require a real apology. They are often upbeat and content since they don't harbor resentment. This is related to the next quality that people find admirable, which is their innate propensity for extrovertism. They can be referred to as extroverts who put others at ease. They are quite likely to socialize with those that fascinate them or who have characteristics in common. There is nothing to be concerned about in a social event with strangers if you are a Leo. They handle every circumstance with poise and dependability. They are charismatic because of their character, personality, and presence altogether. Leos are naturally charming and can draw in anyone they like, keeping them around for a long time. Positive attributes frequently determine a person's charm, which accounts for Leos' endearing nature. They possess enough courage, loyalty, beautiful looks, and self-assurance to embody charisma. They are also endowed with a wonderful sense of humor, in addition to this. Leos are known for their captivating personalities. People are drawn to and entertained by them. In addition, Leos have a strong sense of natural charm and a commanding attitude due to their power and ambition. Being a natural leader is a good quality that gives Leos their ambition. Leos take the lead and make themselves appear to be the most significant individual present wherever they go. They can make decisions quickly and with ease, which helps them deal with impromptu situations that call for quick thinking. Leos possess a strong ability to make decisions, which is a necessary quality for most leaders. They can ensure the safety and well-being of their loved ones because to their courageous personality. Leos have a strong sense of passion. They are intoxicated by the intense love they offer and receive. Since Leos are under the guidance of being a fire sign, they are fervent and devote all of their energy to defending what they cherish. The protective attitude and willingness to take risks are linked to the courage trait of Leos. Leos are rarely told no and become most thrilled about things that most people would find objectionable. In conclusion, honesty is one of the qualities that Leo is known for. They honor their pledge to settle every obligation. This sign is always reliable when it comes to honoring commitments. They are trustworthy and follow through on their commitments, but if they are unsure about their ability to complete the task, they will let you know so to avoid creating unrealistic expectations. This lets everyone move on and saves time. Another reason they are strong leaders and can guide a team to success is their honesty. Let's now discuss Leo's flaws. An unhealthy Leo has a tendency to act quite impulsively. While acting without hesitation right away can be helpful in some situations, it can also result in a lot of issues. Leos are thoughtful decision makers, yet their spontaneity may also be a big weakness in the event of unanticipated events. However, they typically hesitate to act when an opportunity knocks on their door, which keeps them out of trouble. Their tendency toward impulsivity only becomes apparent when they have an idea and desire to carry it out. They simply can't wait to see their own ideas come to life, which leads to snap judgments. When given something, they hesitate, but when they devise a plan on their own, they don't hesitate to take a chance. It seems that Leos inadvertently engage in this behavior. Often it's too late once they acknowledge their controlling conduct. They risk losing their relationships when this tendency overshadows others. It's critical for Leos to acknowledge and address the nature of their controlling conduct. Failing to do so may lead to incompatible partnerships. Because they constantly feel they are correct and feel they have the right to manage their spouses and families, their controlling conduct also contributes to their obstinate personality. If a Leo exhibits a significant display of this characteristic, they may even lose them forever. This causes them to become defensive and egotistical, which is another one of Leo's weaknesses. They will go to tremendous lengths to fulfill their desires. One of the few things that make a Leo repellent to other signs is their need to argue and defend themselves. Regardless of accuracy, Leos will stop at nothing to support their beliefs if they believe they are correct. Out of all the zodiac signs, Leos can be arguably the most conceited, which is frequently problematic. The Leos' enormous egos can be a big issue. They are easily upset and have poor criticism management skills. They have a tendency to take criticism, even helpful criticism, too seriously. Their selfishness is further facilitated by their inflated egos. Leos believe they are deserving of all good things. They come off as conceited and even selfish because they frequently prioritize their demands over those of others. They know this is a selfish act, but they don't really care and won't give in. Their craving for attention is further explained by their sense of superiority that stems from their brilliance. The challenging thing is that they find a way to obtain it. Their capacity to seize every opportunity presented to them is coupled with their sense of entitlement, which inflates their ego even further. This ego can turn into selfishness, which is a weakness for Leos. They may prioritize their demands over of others, which leads their selfishness to be more obvious at times. It gives the impression that Leos are conceited, needy, and demanding. While it's reasonable to take care of yourselves, obsessing over your wants will come out as self-centered and unprofessional. Recognizing selfishness is the first step toward overcoming it and prioritizing the needs of others. Individuals who are more self-centered are less aware of their own selfishness's decree. Therefore, analyze your actions and consider if you are selfish. Being conceited and in need of continual affirmation are two other traits common to Leos. Leos require regular affirmation and attention. Thus, these two go hand in hand. They put up a front of indifference to the opinions of others, yet on the inside, they crave affection and attention. If they don't receive adequate attention for an extended period of time, they may become immature. Even from people they have just met, they feel the need for acceptance from others. Leos may become too irate and even frantic to get their work noticed when they put in a lot of effort, but do not receive the recognition they merit. They put a lot of effort into presenting who they are and how they want people to see them, but their pride prevents them from acknowledging that they are in need of continual affirmation. This is a toxic trait that has to be addressed if they are to come across as grounded and modest. Although it is difficult, they will get better at it with practice. Leos have to realize that they need no one else's approval, just their own validation. This is where Leos can get arrogant and frequently denigrate other people. Their haughtiness and regal demeanor make them appear conceited, even if they don't mean to. Unfortunately, Leos are unaware of their haughtiness and conceit because they mistakenly think it shows confidence, even though most other signs see it differently. Even their professional and interpersonal connections may be impacted by this conceit. Every Leo needs to learn how to regulate this behavior before it's too late. Self-awareness is the first line of defense against conceit. It will open your eyes to see that you may be conceited rather than self-assured. Become more conscious of yourself and make an effort to see your actions from other people's viewpoints if you resonate with this. Finally, the last two issues a Leo faces are materialism and how they handle their suffering. Although they are prepared to receive equal attention, they do require care. However, a small annoyance, slight or romantic setback can cause a lasting wound in their hearts. They are not only hurt, but also unable to cope with the loss in situations like breakups and divorces. This may cause a Leo to have a serious breakdown and disarray in their life under extreme circumstances. Leos love to live in luxury and are drawn to pricey things. Their tendency is to overshop, and they find it hard to quit. No matter how costly something is, if they like it, they will make every effort to acquire it. They will, to some extent, also criticize those who cannot afford to buy expensive things for them. When Leos become attached to things, they create a vicious cycle. Leos will crave more as they tend to purchase more, using just the items they actually need and not everything they deem desirable will help them overcome this weakness. Anyone who keeps up this practice should experience inner serenity and happiness. Lastly, we will talk about Leo cups and how Leo women and men handle love. Let's begin with Leo cusps first. You are a Cancer. Leo cusp, if your birthday falls between July 19th through July 25th. Accordingly, if your sun is in the sign of Cancer, you will be overly talkative, gregarious, and outgoing. In essence, those who are born on this threshold are introverts who are transitioning into extroverts. Additionally, they possess artistic abilities and a giving disposition. For these people, giving and receiving gifts will come naturally. However, if your sun is in Leo, the person feels internally weak and has many fears. It is very simple to injure someone who has these traits. People who are in this transitional state can feel like they're at their best and then despondent and hopeless. The mixture of traits from both signs accounts for the abrupt shift in their attitude. They are obstinate and act like kids. They won't display it even if they are internally uneasy and hurt. Rather, they will conceal it with a light-hearted demeanor. Though they are generally self-absorbed, those born on this cusp are imaginative, brave, caring, giving, and sometimes emotionally blocked. In my most recent video on Cancer, you can discover more about the Cancer-Leo cusp. If your birthday falls between August 19 and August 25, you are now a Leo-Virgo cusp. This cusp indicates that the person will become a perfectionist if your sun sits in Leo. You'll feel driven to express yourself and possess a sense of creative freedom. However, if your sun falls with the Virgo, The person is more outspoken. A person with these qualities together will be a perfectionist with a playful and creative side. People from both signs have distinct egos, which is an intriguing feature of this fulcrum. There's a strange asymmetry at this cusp. Leos want others to serve them, whilst Virgos serve others. They will gladly assist you, but they will do so with a hint of pride, almost as a duty. Like most Virgos, they will plan ahead and do their chores on time, even though they still act like divas, a characteristic that is common among Leos. Let's conclude by talking about Leo's relationship with love. When it comes to love, Leos have a fiery and passionate side. Not only are Leos passionate in the bedroom and wonderful lovers in life, but they also have the courage to venture out on their own without fear. There is no middle ground for them. They either love deeply or they don't. They expect the same in return if they love with all of their hearts. A Leo spouse will stop at nothing to show you how much they care and to protect you, but they anticipate the same in return. One misstep, and they get instantly disappointed. Therefore, if you're in a relationship with a Leo, make sure you're sincere and able to feel the same way about them. Prior to going on dates, they do establish a set of expectations. Their expectations for their date's behavior and outcome are specific. If not, Leos may find it unsatisfactory and put off going on another date for a while. It is very likely to occur because Leos have a hard time finding the right spouse. Seldom do the fortunate few have difficulties when dating. They don't mind, however, going back to previous relationships and giving them another shot. Leos are very forgiving people, therefore they expect others to adjust and behave accordingly. In addition, if this occurs, they sometimes find real love through ex-partners or previous dates. You can always rely on a Leo if you're looking for excitement in your first date or relationship. If you're a Leo, you need to find someone who's willing to join you on this wild ride. Leos tend to get sultry and wild in bed. Even on their first date, they were already infatuated. Their love of dirty conversation can also be explained by their adventurous character, which may lead them to advise videotaping their encounter if their partner is amenable. Leos' partners are fortunate when it comes to sexual interactions, since they never get tired of giving their partners pleasure, but they also expect the same in return. Now, if you feel that your relationship with a Leo is toxic, I'll offer you a few instances of how that could have happened. It's possible that you dislike your Leo partner getting attention. If you are the type of person who enjoys attention as well, the partnership may become unhealthily competitive. However, it could also lead to problems in a long-term relationship with a Leo if you detest attention but don't enjoy it when others do too. And if you don't give a Leo enough time, this could result in their acting immaturely. When you're stressed out, it might become hard to maintain your Leo partner's satisfaction. Their ferocious nature can occasionally be rather annoying. Their temper might flare up at the slightest disagreement, and this can land you in a never-ending debate. It can be quite annoying since they will stop at nothing to make their case and win the debate, even if they are incorrect. Now, let's talk more specifically about Leos and how both men and women in this sign handle love. Leo women require continuous attention, affirmation, and praise, just like Leo men do. Although compliments are appreciated by all women, Leo women especially value remarks on their appearance and personalities. However, it can be difficult to comprehend Leo women. There is such a strong mixture of both good and bad qualities that it is impossible to identify a medium ground. Some individuals of other signs may tolerate Leo women with ease, but others would rather avoid them, particularly if they detest people who seek attention. It also goes without saying that you should give a Leo woman plenty and lots of attention, in addition to presents and luxuries. In essence, a Leo lady needs to be your entire universe. This is nearly impossible unless you are deeply in love with her. If you don't, you'll probably set her off and she'll go without giving you much of a chance. However, Leos are readily won over, so if you apologize sincerely, she might accept you back. Just be careful that this doesn't happen in the first place. as Leo women find it quite difficult to move past setbacks and are easily hurt. Leo women are known for having a lot of jealousy. She won't give you an opportunity to explain herself if she detects another woman in your life or close to you, even if it's platonic. Regarding your connections with other women, exercise caution and clarity. Leos are known to be domineering, and this is especially true of Leo women. They might try to control their spouses and refuse to listen to them. You won't often get your own way with her. She will control you, but since you know she only has your best interests in mind, you will grow to enjoy it and submit to her authority. A Leo lady will return the favor by showing you the same amount of love and passion, if not more. If you establish your value and project an image of a strong, independent person that she can rely on, she will be drawn to you right away. The most vital thing you can do for a Leo woman is to treat her like a queen and show her the utmost devotion. Leo men, especially when it comes to their partners, would rather feel like royalty and be treated as such. Give your whole attention to treating a Leo man like a king and giving him a sense of importance if you want to entice him. Leo men are drawn to drama, just like Leo women. So be sure to include plenty of it in your story and your interactions with him as a whole. Treat him with respect and give him occasional compliments if you genuinely want him to like you. Don't be overt with your compliments. Don't overdo it. Leo men will respect that and may even start to sway in their minds. Additionally, confirm if the praises are sincere. You don't want to appear phony because Leos are astute individuals who will recognize your made-up praises right away. A Leo man will undoubtedly treat and care for you in return if you treat him with this kind of attention and care. When you finally draw in a Leo man, expect a plethora of presents and intense affection. You have to be patient with him and establish your value in his eyes if you really love him. Leo men require reassurance that their spouses are resilient and able to manage challenging circumstances in a relationship. A Leo man would adore you with unending passion if you achieve. Be ready for some challenges if you truly appreciate a Leo man. Because Leo males are always looking for attention, you may have fierce competition from other women. Happy women with equal energy levels are highly coveted by Leo guys. Leo men can be turned off by simply saying something but not acting on it. This could also indicate that you are lying to win his favor. Finally, Leo males want their partners to be aware of their emotions. He is very committed to this connection and constantly sees himself as the relationship's hero, even if he is not easily able to express his great love for someone. I think I've covered almost everything there is to know about Leos. Each sign of the Zodiac has a significant influence on our world. The second fire sign and the second fixed sign is Leo, the fifth sign. Some people might believe that Leos are excessively entitled and self-centered. You'll see, though, that Leos are more nuanced than the stereotypes that have been associated with them. After you've taken the time to properly understand and learn about things, you'll probably have a different perspective on them. I hope that whoever is viewing this has found it to be entertaining as well as educational. Thank you for your time, and if you could like and tell others about this video, it would be greatly appreciated.